Welcome to the beginning. My name is William Reed, and as I play these recordings, or record these recordings, you're going to have a decision to make. To do what you've always done and keep the result, or to simply try something new. If you're looking for a change, this is it. If you're looking for something to hold on to, this is it. If you're looking for something to believe in, this is it. I am an educated process. I'm an open book, trying to figure out what we can do as a species to create a healthier humanity, a richer society, and a more bomb civilization. Dope civilization. I am not normal. I'm different. I'm going to be learning just like you, though. We're going to see what we can do. And by seeing what we can do, we will simply do. Now, I want to build a network, but not just any network. I want to see what a network can do, how we can relate with each other, how we can bond with each other, how we can believe and trust in each other. Because when we trust in each other, relationships tighten, life becomes more stable, simply by trusting in one another. How do we build a trustworthy network? First step, we must be more open with our goals and our processes, our dreams. We must show the people what we work for and why we work for it. We must create more responsibility within ourselves and within our own lives to enrich life in general. I am not just motivation. I'm a plan, I'm a process, I'm an education into seeing what we can do and creating perspective between each other. I want to learn, but I don't want to just motivate. What's the point in motivation if you don't have a plan or a process to simply create and change something within the economic system? Why inspire? Because you do have a plan, you do have a goal, and you have a work ethic and a responsibility within yourself to make things happen. And that's who I am. My story is an inspiration, but it's not just my story. It's your story. It's our story. And it's the people that come together that will enrich and make the story as great as it possibly can, or as weak as it is. Now, I put it on you because we are all in this together. That's what a leader does. And I ain't a leader, but I have responsibilities within myself to make certain things happen within this life so I can live comfortably, wild, free, loving. And who knows, in the end of this story, maybe I will become a great leader. Maybe it will be written. But that's not where I'm at. I'm here because I want to live to the best of my abilities. And I can't do that. Reason number one why I cannot do that. A social network is meant to give back. And what we have created thus far within a social networking system is nothing but that. It's weak. It's time consuming without ever producing a enhanced physical result, aka an enhanced population, a better living condition for the human mind to simply relax in. A social network is more than what we have let it to be. It is more. Why is it more? Because it has the power and the potential to connect everybody any which way possible. And that is huge. Huge. Now, how are we going to connect any which way possible? Guys, it's an education. It is not meant to be argued from the beginning, but only worked towards for the beginning, middle, and thus the end, and creating a physical, finite result that we can transition within our economic system to simply live out the rest of our days and to share with each generation to come. We're building something to share. What is it I want from you? What is it could I possibly want from you? I want you to get excited about networking. I want you to just think about what can it do for us. Because to me, this is the greatest education the world will ever see. What can we do within each other? It's great you're in college, but it is there we must connect and transition into building a greater life for us. What has the people come together for? What have they come together for in the past or whatever, but to simply create something better? What will the people come together now for? But to see what we can do in building a network for a greater cause. And education cannot be, it can be argued, but in the end, it will be worked out and produced, created, and established. That's the greatness within an education. It is not opinionated, but only worked out by the masses to eventually create human laws of life, written real, because they were worked out and loved by all. We have everything within this life that we need, but if we don't work for it, it will never exist. Strongest words ever written, ever said. If we don't work for it, it will never exist. And life has always existed. We can raise the bar. It has always been there, but we've got to work towards it. We've got to motivate and inspire with it. We got to grow within it, and we got to love all around it. These words are meant to be used. They're meant to be applied. They're meant to be educated towards. Now, what is a motivational speaker without the inspiration to dive in head first with the grasp and the reality of what he knows he can do within himself? I know what I can do, and I want to elevate you. I want to create a more steady state of living on earth. We are a spirituality. We're a scientific process. We're a mentality. We're anything. But we can only make what is humane if we work towards it. This is the beginning of where I will begin. And people are doing school and entering school and education, but to me, a great education is worked by the masses to attain an economic change, an economic plan, a goal. Is it not possible to create an education that all will enjoy and accept? And from that acceptance, how will life feel? How will our being shape? How will our joy rise? We are capable and able, and we are simply allowed to work for whatever we need in life. Life is open for that. It's what we need. An education for the masses to produce something that has never been produced. Sounds pretty radical to me. But you know what? That's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take huge heart. It's gonna take an empathizer, a sympathizer, a compassionate, joyful, loving, but also not lost, not broken, but a man that has been there and knows how to get out of where he's been to produce something greater, to rise to the occasion, to climb the ladder and raise the elevation of human life, to raise the bar, because it is all about our living quality of life, our human system. What is an education worth if it cannot be applied to the living condition of mankind? Individuals that study is great, but a group and a mass of committed individuals that compromise for a global good is something far greater than we have ever produced in our life. It is time we produce a social network that has potential, that has heart, that cares for the individual, that really puts emphasis on the user, because it is the user that makes the network. We have goals. We have dreams. Oh, would it be so great to accomplish goals together, knowing that it wasn't one man but all who came together for the compromise of us, for the beauty of us. And in the end, we live richer quality lives. What is the future of us if it cannot be worked for and applied and educated towards? And then when I say a network, I mean a company. Because we are a company. We're a company of individuals working together. We are a network. We are a business. We are a club. We are a community. And we are a company of life. Who will work with me in accomplishing something far greater than I can ever imagine? I want to see it through because I know and I believe and I trust in you. I trust in you. I believe in myself and I trust in you to make whatever we need possible. Because in the end, what we needed were the physical creation of us around each other to simply clean up our act, to simply hold hands with each other, knowing that we are bonded for life. We are bonded for life, and that is a strong statement. Knowing that we have each other is all we need. We need each other. This is straight off the rip. And I'll be coming at you every day like this until words get put to action and we start building our company. What would you work for in life? Tell me this. What is it you want to work for in life? And bring it to the table, because we're talking about it all here, right here. Groundwork, baby. The hardest, easiest, most rewarding life I could think of by simply asking the great questions. The story of us. Let's show people why we want to live, why we are here. Let's come together for us. And it will be a wild, wild ride. I don't know about you, but I work to play. And my work input to play output is off. We're gonna scientific that out so our play can reign free and our kid-like nature can be, but we're gonna come with each other through kindness, generosity. We're gonna rely on each other so our spirits can feel. You know, some people work to go to Mars. Some people work to build cars. Some people work for insurance. I work for a healthy human state. A beautiful way of functioning, interacting, connecting, rewarding our intrinsic nature. That's what I'm about. Now we gotta build this in this nature, in this way. And to build, oh my gosh, to build. That is beautiful. That is creativity flying at its all-time high. Because we're building from this ball of potential, this human mass that we believe we can achieve. This outright dream, this outright people's dream. Only to turn into a humane and loving reality. That's where we start at. And you got to decide in your life, you're going to have to decide who you want to work with, how you want to work with them, and for what reasons you want to work with them. That's everything. Why you work, with whom you work, and how you work will define our economic system, our functionality, our human greatness. And when a human race was given life, we chose a human experience to fulfill our necessities within ourselves. I'm 30 years old, and I want to build a network. Not just a network that runs wild and free, but a network that gives us hope, aspirations, love, that creates social opportunity within our lives, each and every one of us. I want to bond tighter with my homies. I want to connect deeper with life, and I want to feel greater within myself because I know that I did what I could for life. And when I worked out this educated process, we learned together because it's going to be about each other. We're going to learn together, and that's the greatest part of it. We share, we experience, we see, we feel. In your works to come, in your work to come, you got to decide on who you want to work with and for what reasons. And that will elevate life itself. By choosing why you want to work with somebody will elevate life. Choosing what you focus on will help life. And guess what? This is it. This is the motivation to the inspiration. And I am not perfect, so don't even get it twisted. But I have heart, I have hope, I believe, and I trust. And with all this, we can elevate human life. We can create a more functional, stable system simply by coming together and working and educating, because it is about an education that will not only uplift life, but will sustain whatever we raise. Anybody, and that's what it's about, life, working. You got to create something sustainable to elevate and to keep. Therefore, we establish, and it is written into the system for all of life to enjoy for our sake, our children's sake, and our grandparents' sake. Because I don't know about you, but I want to show the world, and I want to show our grandparents that, hey, guess what? We came together for us, and look what we built for us. You do not need to worry about Earth anymore. You do not need to worry about human life anymore, because we have raised the bar. We have came together, and we now enjoy on a more deeper level within ourselves. Life will be forever about us. Everything. So we need to help each other. I need help, and I ain't afraid to say it, because I need a deeper education for a more stable state within myself, within my being, and that's why I work. That's why I'm here, because I need it. I don't know what you need in your world. I don't even know what you need in your life, but bring it to the table, and here we have real communication. We have a finite playing field and a level within ourselves that we wish to accomplish. And by focusing on this intrinsic nature, we will ride freer than ever. It's time to live. But most of all, it's time to pursue our God-given life. Time to pursue life. What can we make? That's a great question that we must pursue within each other. What can we make for ourselves? That is great. Don't downplay it. Don't misshape it. Don't abuse it. It is nothing but everything we've always wanted. What can we make for our life? And it takes certain individuals stepping up to the plate. I don't know who's going to come in the future. But guess what? We all start from the same playing field. And within that, we will build each other up. We will live a life of greatness. We will love, create family, and we will leave it for our family and our friends and our beauty. And when memories are made and life and moments are forever established within ourselves, we know, resting on our deathbed, we created the best and the most for all of us. Look and feel this pain. Feel this passion. You can't have one without the other, because I need growth. And it's time for me to grow. And I want you to grow. I want you to be the best you can possibly be. So if you can feel these words, if you can get down with this, let's come to the table and work for something that has never been achieved in the history of human life. Let's come together for a stronger, functional system, a more greater economic good. Let's put the human race first instead of the finite elements and the physical whatever. Us must be first. And from there, we can create a more humane society, a more loving and functional system. It's about building and what you want to build. It's about wanting to create friendships and relationships. That's why you come work. Because we want to build friendship. We want to make relationships happen where I know that dreams are being fulfilled. Goals being accomplished. What's it going to take for you to get excited? What is it going to take for you to want to simply work with me and seeing what we can attain for life itself? a very easy, it might not be easy, but guess what? It's going to be rewarding. It's going to be exciting. We're going to learn a lot about ourselves. I mean, what work would you create for yourself if not the best work for yourself and for everybody else? You got to create work for people, but you got to create it for yourself so you can grow and share this knowledge with people and your experience and your moments and your love, so you can create the best words for life itself, so it can feel and know that people have pursued what has been given. And when they didn't know where to turn, they turned towards each other and making something beautiful stick and last. Guys, every day is a day that can be made and worked for and pursued. And whatever day gets passed is already in the books. What are we going to write in the future books to come, the chapters to come? What are we going to put for ourselves? I am a simple dude, and my work will show that. Couple laughs here and there. All I really need, along with a loving family. And guess what? It's time for me to work for those. Pursue those. And a network or a company that pursues great questions is what I'm after. So if you want to pursue the greatest questions in life and what I can think of as great, come to the table. Whatever you think is great, come to the table. And we will create perspective within our company. And we will work within our company. And when our company is open and applied, we created something better for us. And guess what? An education is only established when we realize that it is what we need. If we search out an education and find that it is not what we need, we disregard the education. That is the power of an education. Simply choosing if we want to establish it or not. We come with our hearts, we lead and apply with our mind, and we establish with our being. And from there, who knows what we can accomplish. But I'm willing to find out, and I'm willing to bond with people that want to find out. And when we do find out and we establish, a greater level of existence is held on earth. Uncertainties and fears get disregarded because we choose to come together, or we chose to come together. And by choosing to come together, we made something that we can live out. And if that doesn't disregard uncertainty and fear, I don't know what will. Now it is time for my growth. It is time for an education within a company that is willing to work for the greater things in life, the deeper things in life. I'm saying that if we work and educate on a company and a network, we can create and choose how we use our economic wealth together. And by that, we get to see that we are just the same. And that we want the same things. And we get to enjoy the same things. Now, who wants to work? Who wants to educate on a deeper level? Who can get excited about working for Questions for us? We get to work on us. We get to educate within us. We get to choose. And we get to, dude, possibilities are endless. And it's going to take a little bit of work to achieve a lifetime of love, greatness, whatever. A little bit of work in the beginning, and we get to live out the rest of our lives on a greater scale. Guys, it can be done. It should be done. What else are we here for but to create what we need in life, to build what we need in life, to pursue what we must have in life. And I need an education deeper than what exists. Therefore, I come to the table. And if you need an education that is more than what is out there, come to the table. We will ride high. We will simply work with each other. And by knowing that we came together for each other, it's probably one of the only things that we ever needed in life. Come together for life. Sounds childlike. Sounds like my nature is coming back into my own. We need to come together for each other. That will raise the bar of human life. That will create a healthier me. And to be honest, don't y'all want to see the world? If we come together, our traveling will be superior. It will be so nice. We'll get to travel. Because we came together for our economic good and our economic goals. And we learned what we could do with each other. And we learned that compromise was greater than selfishness. And that in the end, many hands make less work. Guys, I want an education on a company that wants a better quality of life. And if you needed something, if you need to believe in something, believe in an education that is meant to be greater for the human life. Believe in yourself. Believe. I work at the Pepsi Center and they said memories are played here. I like that. What memories can we create? What new social opportunities can we create to build our memories and enjoy our life? And knowing that all these social opportunities that we create in the future would have never happened if we didn't make this step right here, right now. Knowing that we did not come together for us at this table to see what we could do for us. Knowing that this would not be possible just in the future of what we are to make is great. Dude, that's amazing. Knowing that you helped create something so beautiful is amazing. I'm simply asking for an education to see what we can do within a company. Now this company will research our economy. We will dive in. We will create proposals for what we believe we need and what we want. We'll create perspectives. We're going to do a lot of stuff here. But I hope to motivate. I hope to create passion for you. Because life is a passionate beast. It's a beautiful one. Seeing what you can do is more important than working for anything else. Are you going to come to the table and help me create an education that will raise our human life? Can my passion dig deep for you? Can it inspire and create enough momentum for you to simply come to the table and help create an education for me, for us? We are only as good as our neighbors. And if we highlight each other, how good will we be? How much more fun would we have? These are the questions I ask in building a company. What kind of smart work can I create so that my fun will be exponentiated? Guys, what are you going to choose to work for in the end? How are you going to choose to work? With whom are you going to choose to work? These are the first steps in building something great. And how we come together, with whom we come together, and for the reasons why, is what will define your life, my life, global life, human life. This is the beginning of what I believe to be a great company, a great work ethic, something I can live for and do every day. So, how are you going to choose to work in your future to come? What questions will you bring to the table when we start pursuing an education for us? Guys, I hope you continue to listen to my podcast. I hope you get hyped, because I'm going to give it to you all. And from these words, only our work can define what is real and what is not. And that is the deepest it will ever be. Only our work will define our life, our economy, our love. How we choose to work will eventually create our play. Will you come to the table and help me be better? Will you come to the table so I can help you be better? Guys, if we simply work for these great things, will they not happen? Surely they must. But we have to see. We have to come together. We got to come together for greatness. We got to come together for simply our life. An education. What is the greatest education you could possibly think of for yourself or for life in general? Write it down and let's come to the table. Write it down. What is the greatest education you need in pursuing just a greater life? Me, I simply want people to come together to see what we can do for each other. Nothing's more deeper and more rewarding than that. Enjoy seeing what we can come together and making and building for us. That is a great education. It's simple. It's something that you can easily relate to and wrap your head around. What can we do when we come together for us? I'm out. William Reed is leaving the building. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope I inspire. I hope I motivate. But the greatest action that will ever be given and needed is the first step to the table. Once we get that started, it's nothing but a little bit of work, a little bit of understanding, and just creating our company slowly but surely, so that we enjoy it every day. We become excited about it every day. We just, there's a lot of bits and pieces in building a company. And this isn't an argument or anything. It's a compromise. It's coming together for us. Can you build a company for us? Let's see. Is your time worth this idea, this vision, this plan, this process, this education? Is your time worth something like this? I believe it is tenfold. So come, and let's see what we can do. And we will eliminate what we cannot. I'm out.